Today I'm going to review the Viltrox 56mm f1.2 Pro on the Fujifilm X-T5. After the amazing 27mm f1.2 Pro lens that I reviewed in Rome when it was launched, today I'm happy to review this beautiful lens in the north of Spain. I know many of you were waiting for this lens as much as I was. Hello everyone, my name is Andrei Dima, I'm a professional travel photographer and I love reviewing lenses and cameras in beautiful locations, so if that is your thing, subscribe. Let's start with the build quality of the lens, which is amazing. These pro lenses from Viltrox rival with ease the great build quality of Fujifilm X lenses. The lens is made from metal and feels premium in the hand. The mount is metal and it has a rubber gasket because this lens is weather sealed. On the mount you can also find an USB Type-C port for future updates. As we know, Viltrox released a couple of updates for the previous Pro lenses. The lens has an aperture ring with clicks and the Fujifilm crowd goes wild. The clicks are firm and nice, overall the ring is well damped. The focus ring works smoothly, it is well damped and it is a joy to use, one of the best I've used so far on a lens for the Fujifilm X mount. The design of the lens is modern and simple. It has engraved markings and the subtle grey Pro badge. The Viltrox logo is also small. I like that. No big branding is a plus in my opinion. I also really like this old school red dot here that helps you mount the lens on your camera. The lens hood is petal shaped. It is made from good quality plastic, not like the one on the 33mm f1.4 from Fuji, and the lens cap is nice as well, fits the lens easily. The minimum focus distance is 50 cm, but more on this later. The filter thread is 67mm, the optical design is 13 elements in 8 groups, it has 11 aperture blades, the weight is 575 grams, and the price is going to be $580 and 599 euros. The lens balances well on my Fujifilm X-T5 and I could use the lens for a whole day with breaks of course, and my hand didn't get tired. The autofocus for photography is fast and reliable. I got just 2 autofocused shots while I used the lens in single shot mode and 5 in continuous, but this may be more a Fujifilm problem than a lens problem. Also, this is a pre-production unit, so your lens may have a new firmware. The video autofocus is decent, works in steps sometimes, but as I said earlier, this may be a Fujifilm thing rather than a lens problem. Focus breathing is very well controlled, as you can see here. This lens is going to make some videographers happy. Chromatic aberrations. While I used the lens at f1.2, I didn't see any purple fringing. I took photos of every chrome scooter part in the sun and only got great results. When it comes to LOCA, longitudinal chromatic aberrations, you can see some wide open. Stopping down to f2.8 makes them go away, but they are not that visible to begin with. Flares. As you can see here, you get some flares wide open if you shoot directly into a powerful source of light, but if you use the lens hood, you won't have any problems. Well, I didn't while I used the lens for the review. Now let's talk about image quality, but I wanna start this section by saying this lens has amazing colors. Just look at these photos. I only pushed the exposure a bit and that is it. The colors look amazing, like a vintage lens, and yes, I'm going to say they have also a 3D pop from the small amount of LOCA, color rendition and from its smooth bokeh. So, a modern lens with character. Some of you will say, oh, but character means soft images. Well, that is not the case, so let's see how sharp this lens is. At f1.2, the lens is sharp in the center with decent contrast. The corners are a bit dark from vignetting, but with a good amount of details and contrast, but the far corners are slightly softer, and when I say slightly, I mean the difference is very small from the center. Stopping down to f2 makes the image impressive from corner to corner, great amount of details and contrast. You still have a bit of vignetting. Stopping down to f2.8 makes the vignetting go away. Stopping down further does not improve the overall amazing image quality. Maybe at f4 you get slightly more contrast, but it is hard to notice. I tested this lens on the demanding 40 megapixel sensor of the X-T5, but I also tested it on the X-E4, and at f1.2 you get better results because of the lower resolution. I also wanted to add that I processed the photos in this review with Capture One because you get better results than Adobe's Lightroom. You get sharper images and better micro contrast and small details. The image quality at minimum focus distance is great starting from f1.2 and gets even better at f2, as you can see here. The transition from in focus to out of focus is nice and smooth. It is so easy to separate subjects with this lens, and the bokeh looks great in my opinion. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Overall, another impressive addition to the Viltrox Pro lineup. For the price, this lens is a no-brainer even if you don't like the size. The image quality speaks for itself. The beautiful color rendering, character and stunning sharpness make this lens a must-have. It is also so well built, and you can be sure firmware updates will come from Viltrox as they did with previous lenses, so I highly recommend the Viltrox 56mm f1.2. I had so much fun using it and I love the results I got. Something I wanted to add, the Sony version of the lens is a bit different, as you can see here. It has an AF/MF button, a customizable button, and you can declick the aperture ring with this switch. So in case you buy this lens for Fujifilm and you see a photo with the Sony lens, you won't think there is something wrong with your lens. I hope this helps. If this video was helpful, subscribe. This is the most important thing for the channel right now to grow, so I can reach more brands and make more videos for you to watch. And if you want to support the channel even more, please use the links in the description at no extra cost to you. Thank you for watching, see you next time.